With the UN International Maritime Organization placing a cap on sulphur content in marine fuel by 2020, what effect will this have on the LNG industry?
We've got clarity now that IMO is not going to delay the implementation of this sulphur cap. So there are three things you can do. You can use a fuel that has inherently low sulphur, which means a distillate or LNG, possibly ethane, or you can fit a scrubber, or you can basically try to ignore it and pretend you can get away with it. Now, what I suspect is going to happen is that the collapse in demand for heavy fuel, because people are not fitting scrubbers in any great numbers, is going to mean that the suppliers will see their market not developing, in fact reducing, because it will be illegal to take heavy fuel on a ship that can't handle it. So then the heavy fuel will move off the market, and that means that you will have to have the ships using distillate or the alternative fuels. So that is going to have massive repercussions. The price of heavy fuel will probably be collapsing, distillate fuel will go up, and natural gas is actually plentiful. LNG is, if anything, oversupplied. So this is actually a perfect opportunity for the LNG market to enter into the large number of merchant ships that are not currently using natural gas. It's of course exclusive in the LNG shipping market, which is 500-600 ships, but we're talking about 50,000 merchant ships. It of course is important to build the ship for this purpose, but lots of gas-ready ships being built. I think a lot of people will be taking that option and retrofitting the equipment, and new builds I think you'll start to see coming on. So yes, I think it can have quite a significant effect on the market.
How do you see the expansion of the LNG trade influencing other gas shipping sectors such as LPG and ethane?
LNG has always had some NGLs coming out, but this is particularly so for the new frack gas, the shale gas that's coming out of North America, and I think we'll see increasing coming out of the coal deposits around Europe. So this then develops liquid cargoes as well as LNG, so quite a lot of LPG and ethane then opens cracking, and also of course ethane can be used as a marine fuel. There is discussion on using LPG as a marine fuel for if you like, gas carrier ships, for cargo ships, whatever, and technically possible. There are more challenges, but LNG is known quantity. LPG is, ethane is also being done and is known. LPG, I think, a little bit further ahead. So this availability of the fuel, the ability to use it, is definitely going to open up the trade. Of course, more supply potentially affects the price. The opening of the Panama Canal links the Atlantic and the Pacific regions, so it's opening trade opportunities. And of course, with the market opportunities of a relatively low production cost fuel in an area where there is an environmental move away from heavy oil for power stations, you're looking at a number of projects developing small-scale ships, and those small-scale ships open the trade even further and potentially offer you the capability of using these small-scale ships as bunker supply vessels as well as shuttle tankers. So the short answer to your question is I see this opening the market enormously.